Hey guys, it's Deanna here, and welcome to my recommended Copic or basic Copic colors video. I've been requested on this a long time ago, and I'm finally going to do it. Alright, let's get started. Basically, I'm just going to point out some colors that you can choose when you're first getting Copics, and I chose them in three groups, so yep. Anyway, first, before we get into the colors, I want to, if you're beginning to get Copics, you should get the Copic multiliner. I recommend the 0.3 size if you're a manga artist, especially because 0.3 is, you kind of want fine lines in manga when you're drawing manga. It is manga, right? Yeah, it's manga. Not manga. It's manga, yeah. So 0.3 is a really good size. 0.1 is smaller. And maybe if you like really fine drawings, then 0.1 might be better. But when you're doing just close-up face drawings, 0.1 might not be good. So 0.3 is pretty good. I know it's not that big, so that if you're doing like bigger drawings, it's kind of hard to use. But overall, I think this is the best size there is, because it's for multi-purposes. So 0.3 is good. And then for paper, if you're also gonna be using Copics, you also want paper. You could always use printer paper, but it bleeds a lot and it folds easily. So I recommend the Expressit blending card. It says it's for use with Copic markers. It's very thick. It's a cardstock, so it obviously doesn't bend. Once you fold it once, it might get really creased up and stuff, but just don't fold it then. And it's good with Copics, and it doesn't bleed at all unless you purposely go out of the lines for whatever reason. And yep, it's about $40 or $50 for 125 sheets. I got this from Amazon because Amazon has everything, but you could also get it from Uzak. No, well, actually, I tried getting it from Uzak, but it was out of stock. So Amazon is your best bet. Best bet. So that's the paper I recommend you. There's also the 25 sheet pack if you don't want if you just want to try it out, then just get the 25 one. Alright, now we're going to get on to the markers. Okay. So first we're going to start with a skin colors, and I recommend E000, Pale Fruit Pink, YR01, Peach Puff, and E00, Squin White. So obviously the order should go more like this. This is the base, and this is the middle, the blending part, and then this is the dark part. So I call the middle color always the blender, this one the base, and I call this one the dark stuff. I call it the dark stuff. Anyway, usually this is the most used skin combination. It's really good for both male and female skins. I would usually have an E quad 0 too, which is floral white. But if you're first getting Copics and you don't have much money and you just want to get least markers as you can, then I recommend this. And if you can't even afford 3 markers, then you could go with this. This is also a very good one. But yep, these are the 3 colors that I would recommend. And of course, there's other combinations. This is the one that I like the best. And yeah, and they're really easy to blend. So even with just 2 colors. Now for grays, I personally like the cool gray family because it's all cool and stuff. Anyway, I recommend cool gray 3, 5, and 7. Obviously the order would go like this. And the reason I chose these 3 colors instead of darker or lighter colors is, first, cool gray 3 alone could be used for, you know how the whites of the eyes, maybe you want to add shadow to them. If you don't know what I mean, maybe like something like this, like you see his eye thingy, like you see the gray part. By the way, this is Levi, Isaiah, and Akashi. I will be doing a speed paint on that, so you just sit tight there. Anyway, yeah. Oh, by the way, those are not my characters. Those are from their own animes, so yeah. Anyway, these are the colors I would recommend. And then you could, if you got these, you don't have to get these 3 colors. You could either take out the cool gray 7 and have cool gray 3 and 5, or you could take out the cool gray 3 and have cool gray 5 and 7. It's up to you. You could also, like, if you have this, you could pair these 2 and make a light gray blending, and you could pair these 2 and make a darker blend. But if you use these 2, it's gonna be hard to blend, so I recommend like this. Okay, that's done with the grays. Now we're gonna go to the reds. And I really, really like the R20 family, like R24, R27, and R29 like that. However, if you like a lot of dimension to your drawings, then instead of getting R29, which should be the finaling family, I would recommend getting R39 to go with these. It's really good with blending, and it's darker than R29, and it has a bit of a purplish feel to it, so it's not exactly 100% red. It's like, oh my god, bringing back this picture again. If you see Akashi's hair right now, it's red, and this is kind of the combination I used. If you just had R29 with it, it would just look really plain red. So that's why I really recommend R39 with this group. And again, you could take R39 out and have these two if you're on a budget, and you could take this one out and have these two if you're run out of budget. So you don't always have to get these three colors. As for me, when I first got Copics, I only had one color. I had E000, E00, E15, and E37. Those were my first Copics, and I didn't get new ones until a long time later, but as you can see, so I just ended up coloring the skin and the hair of all of my drawings. That's it. And then I got a bunch of other colors, and that's how my life came to be. Anyway, for oranges, I only have two for these oranges. So it's like this. Okay. You would also, if you wanted, you could have YR09, which is the next step in the family. Except I noticed YR09 and YR07 are very similar, so honestly, you just kind of need these two. I have nothing else to say about that. Yeah, so those two, I like those two oranges. And all of these colors that I chose here are ones that are really easy to blend. I did that purposely for so that, you know, if you're like a beginner and you like easy blends, easy blending stuff, then these are the colors for you. Alright, so for yellows, I would recommend Y17 because it's a little bit orange. It has a little bit of orange tint to it. I think if you actually really try really hard, if you try really hard, you might be able to blend these two colors too. That's because Y17 is, I'm pretty sure the color says golden yellow, yeah. So it's really golden and a bit orangish, so if you tried really hard, these two colors might be able to blend as well. But anyway, the other two colors are Y06 and Y08. These are also very easy blending, very good colors. They're really bright yellows, and I like bright yellows. If you like duller yellows, maybe you should go with the Y21 family. But it's all up to you. It's up to you on that, but I really like the bright colors, so, and these are really easy to blend together, so these are the colors I recommend for yellows. Next are greens. Alright. I chose, I think the order is like this, G05, G07, Nile green, and G17. It's like forest green or something. These colors are also very easy to blend. That's why I chose them, and they're just really basic greens, and they have nothing special to them. You could probably use them for any kind of green you want. So these are the greens I chose. And I'm just going to mention this once again. You could take G17 out to have a lighter shade of green, and you could take G05 out and have a darker shade of green. That's always if you don't have enough money for like more of these colors. Anyway, because there are some people who would like less colors but better shading, or more colors but less shading, if that makes sense to you guys. Basically, they're sacrificing like one of these markers to only get two of these, but then in that replacement of this marker, you could have different colors. For browns, order. Get in order, guys. Alright. I recommend E25, Carib Cocoa, E27, Africano, and E29, Burnt Sienna. These are also very good, easy to blend, and of course you can take each of these colors out and have them. Just make sure you just don't want to take the middle color out. If you take the middle color out and just leave it as these two, it might be harder to blend. So I'm recommending leaving the middle colors out, and that goes for all of these. Leave the middle colors in there. But yeah, this is good for eye colors, hair colors, any, it's really good for wood and leather, maybe like a leather bag or something. It's good for those too. So I really like these browns. Alright, next is the pink family. I chose RV02, RV23, and wrong order, and RV21. So it goes like this. By the way, these orders are light to dark, if you haven't noticed that yet. These are also easy to blend, especially these two. And they're just really bright pinks. I like bright pinks, so that's why I chose them. Alright, next one are blues. And I really, 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 really like this blue color group. It's B00, B02, and B04. Now this one may be a bit harder to blend, especially with this B04, because the B04 is honestly kind of darker than the B02 and B00. But I think y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. Anyway, these three are my fave combination. I love them so much. They're just really pretty blues. So I like those that combination. And for the blue-greens, I chose BG13, BG23, and BG15. Actually, I think the order goes like this. Yeah, it goes BG23, BG13, and BG15. This is also very easy to blend. It's really, really, really easy to blend. It's good for, it's especially good for eye colors. If you want that really bright green-blue eyes, it's really good for that. It's also good for maybe the sea. Yeah, it's good for the sea. Maybe not the sky. The sky would be kind of weird with it. The sky, if you were coloring the sky, maybe these would be better. But either way, these are really awesome colors, so I recommend them. For the purples, violet purples, I recommend VO4, VO6, and VO9. And again, it might be harder to blend with this V09 with these two, because it's really dark. But I still think you guys can do it, and these three are just really pretty colors, especially this V04 lilac. It's a really pretty color. I really like this purple, so I recommend this one. I keep using really. I should not do that. Anyway, now for these blue violets, I chose 4 colors, and the reason for that is it's kind of hard to explain, but sorry. I think the order goes like this. Yeah. So it's BV02, BV13, BV04, and BV17. You can do this if you want with them. Like, this is one combination and this is one combination. So you could get either this combination or this combination, or you can even do this and this, BV13 and BV04. This is another combination that works very well. Or there's also, take out the BV02 and these three, which also works very well. Or this would be the darker type of combination, or if you take the BV04 out and add in the BV02 instead, then it'll be a lighter combination. But that's how these BVs work. They all work very well together. I mean, there's lots of combinations that you can make with just these 4 markers. Of course, you could just get two of them, and like leave out the other ones. But either way, you can make lots of combinations with these. That's why I chose the 4. Now this video is getting long. Alright, let's hurry do violets. Oh wait, we already did that. Okay. If you guys noticed, I did not recommend any yellow greens. That's because I don't have many good yellow greens that I particularly like. They're all just kind of meh, like I use them like whatever. So that's why I did not bother to pick ones that I like, because I don't really like a particular combination. So yeah. Anyway, lastly, we have the black and the colorless blender. This is all up to you whether you want these or not. Honestly, I use the black a lot. I use the black a lot, especially for like black drawings. I meant like black clothing or like black hair. I use black, obviously. And then colorless blender. I used to use this a lot, especially for blending things. But now I don't really use it. I don't really find the need to. So this is all up to you. You know, you could get it if you want. I also have the Copic tutorial, like how to use a colorless blender one, if you want to go check that out. And then maybe when you watch the video, you'll have a different, like, oh, maybe I should get it or maybe I should not get it, depending on the video. Alright, we're done here. So I hope you guys like this tutorials. Please subscribe, because I will love you if you subscribe. Rate and comment and like and stuff, and yeah, Alright, thanks for watching and please subscribe!